Good morning. Come back to our video lesson. Today we have a poem, geography lesson. The poem is written by Zulfikar Ghosh. He was born in India before independence. After independence, he migrated to Pakistan. Now he is living in the USA. Now, the geography lesson, poem geography lesson, deals with a journey of aeroplane and how the poet look Earth in the aeroplane. He can see different vision from the aeroplane through the window to the Earth. And he described here different height of aeroplane seems to him different view of Earth. And let us go the line of the poem. Listen. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clearly why the city had developed with way it had. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to a mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without stay, when the jet sprang into the sky. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the river ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attacked man, was clearly delineated when jets reached 10,000 feet. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found caused to hate each other, to build walls across cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clearly why. Now, the poem is divided or says the 3 layers or 3 height of the plate and what the poet can see through the window of the aeroplane from each level of height. And this poem is mainly discussed in 3 things. That the first one, how everything looks like from the sky. The first one is how everything look like from the sky. The second point, how civilizations was established and reason behind it. The second one is why civilization, how civilizations established and what was the reason behind it. The third one, why people ate each other. This is the 3 main basic point of the poem. First point is how the earth looks from in the sky. And second one, how civilization developed and what was the cause. The third one, why is the people enmity, hate each other? Why the people hate each other? This is the 3 basic point of the poem. Now let let us discuss the meaning of it. Now you see, when the starting line, when the jet sprang into the sky, jet here aeroplane spring lift to the sky. The first vision during while the aeroplane is take off and it's reached some height from the earth, and how the city or the earth look like. Here the poet explains how the earth looked like. He says it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. We can see when the plate or the aeroplane is lifted from the earth or the ground, we can see clearly developed city on the way. All the streets and buildings we can see on the way. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. Now the cities and the buildings, all towns are reduced. We can see a small piece of land, of everything as a very small, like 6 inches equal to 1 mile. It's a scale. We use the different scale in maps. And what scale is give an example to the now the all things on the earth is reduced as 6 inches. 1 mile's length is reduced as 6 inches. Everything we can see in small things. And about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without scale, when the jet sprang into the sky. Everything on the earth is developed in unplanned. Haphazard means uh, not order. There is no order on the building and cities on the earth. And there is no style. All arranged in order, not in order. And when the jet sprang into the sky, the first line is repeated the end of the stanza. Now the next stanza. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities, the rivers ran, and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Now, next stanza is started with the line when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Also, this stanza is end with the same line. Now, the next height level of plane and how the poet can see on the earth. Now, he was it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated, and the logic of geography. Now the poet understood that a geographical law, a geographical phenomenon, that people have tendency to live near the river basin and land, valleys, that is infertile soil. All civilization is developed near the river basin and also the valleys. That is, here valleys means green land, fertile land. Peoples are emerged to settled life on the river bank and fertile land. There is no planning. Wherever the river bank and fertile land is available, the people began to settle there. And that was clearly delineated. You can delineated means shown. You can depict, delineated, depict. And this picture of settlement of people clearly depicted from the height of 10,000 feet from the aeroplane. Then last stanza. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea and the land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found forces to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. From that height, it was not clearly what. The last stanza itself refers to the height of the plane is in 6 miles above from the ground. And at this height, the poet recognized that another geographic law, the earth was round. The third phase of the aeroplane, the poet can see the earth was round. And also is recognized that another geographical fact that the land, sea is more than land. Land is very less. Sea is more than land. Water body is larger than the land mass. That is the recognitions of about the earth from the third stage of the aeroplane at 6 mile high. And now he has confused that, he has accessed that now earth was round and there is a little space of land, more water body is there. Now, and also it says that then why people is divided these small pieces of land in different regions. Here wall is a symbolic of partitions of countries, a political partitions of regions, named number of countries. Around this, above this height, you can see the earth is united, the small land, more water bodies, and this small land, why we again divided different countries and regions. That is a political barriers. Why the peoples divided these different countries? Wall is the political boundaries. And again it has a question. Then why people hate each other? And it's the battle between different countries, partition between different countries, and the war is created between the land and human beings hate each other. And they're engaged in war or political war. And the earth, we have only this small earth, small space in land to live or human being. For this small land piece, why the people are fighting and hate each other? That is the question of the poem. Now, let us go to some poetic device in this poem, poetic diction. And here the poet used some poetic diction to beautify the poem. And we can look this one. First one, you look the first line of the poem start with, when the jet sprang to the sky. Here, sprang, sky. And these two words, the S sound is repeated in one line. That is known as alliteration. Alliteration in poem. The same two consonant times is repeated in a line is known as alliteration. Now, we can go to another poetic device used here. And the poem is started with a line, when the jet sprang into the sky. This is the starting line of the poem. And also the ending line of the stanza is saying, when the jet sprang into the sky. This is known as refrain. Refrain, a line or a part of line, a phrase of line is repeated in a poem in the first stanza and the beginning and the ending. The beginning line is repeated in the ending line of the ending of the stanza and other any other. And now it gives a beauty of the poem refrain. Now you look the second line. It was clear why the city. There is no punctuation after the ending of the line city. There is no comma or full stop. Then it is the line goes to the next line without any punctuation, and they started seeing its scale had developed the way it had. And this technique is known as enchantment. A line goes to the next line without any punctuation. Is enchantment. These are the poetic device used in this poem. Now, dear students, you have an assignment. You want to identify the rhyming words, alliteration in this poem. Number of alliteration as given in this poem, you want to identify it. And now, after you are reading the poem and after the video, if you have any doubt, you ask to my discussion session in our WhatsApp group. Thank you.